Since the Fiji first government established the Fiji National Sports Commission in 2013, I am pleased to learn that this is the 7th annual National Sports Organization Conference that the Commission has hosted. It clearly shows the importance placed in sports and its development in Fiji. The benefits are obvious to all, and these benefits were basis for vision and reason for the establishment of the Fiji Sports Commission. It was established as per the principle of its founding documents to guide and enhance the delivery of a sports program in Fiji through a coordinated approach at all levels. The annual conference clearly shows that with the support and goodwill of everyone present here, we have a coordinated approach in sports. I just want to refresh minds of everyone who are present here that the first sitting that we had for the new parliament, that was last month, whole of that week, every day, there was a talk on sports. So you can see how important sport plays in our country. Sports has always been an important part of our life in Fiji. In the past decade or so, the challenge has been for government working through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the National Sports Commission, and all Fiji's national sports organizations to take it to the next level. As outlined in the current 5-year National Development Plan and its long-term vision over the next 20 years, sports is an integral part of national planning. Sports brings with key issues and plays on a wider nation-building path than traditional pathways for sports as leisure. Ladies and gentlemen, these diversified pathways include some of the following. We are tackling the NCD's health issues through sports and physical activities through nationwide, rural and urban wellness and fitness leader programs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an area of challenges and opportunities, and our work here never ends. We will continue to deliver programs to fight NCDs. We have established sports clubs and associations throughout Fiji. And for your information, end of this month, the ministry is hosting, for the first time, National Youth Conference. We are getting around 500 youths throughout the country under one roof and want to hear them. Everybody is talking about youths, but the best thing that can ever happen is for them to be under one roof, and we as leaders and as government must have capacity to hear them out. And this is exactly what we're going to do at the end of this month for 3 days. This is a proactive measure to occupy our youth who have come from various parts of Fiji. And this is basically, I'm talking about rural and urban drift. My ministry sees this as a key area, and that we can mitigate against some of the negatives of the large urban drift of our youth through sports. For example, working with our community police units to reduce youth crimes and etc. The coordinated approach between NSOs and the Commission in training our sports people to not just strive to be athletes, but also to learn the skills of being trained coaches, technical officers, umpires, referees, is showing benefits and providing income streams for these trained and unrealized before. Ladies and gentlemen, when the Sports Commission commenced outreach program in our rural areas in 2013, this is what I'm told, they focus on the people with disabilities and special needs in activity programs. The importance of an inclusive approach was quickly established. It is pleasing to note now that a large number of NSOs have included inclusive sports. I encourage all to have an inclusive approach as per the rights enshrined in our 2013 Constitution. As His Excellency the President farewelled our Special Olympics last Thursday to the World Special Olympics, he described them as people with determination. Let's not forget the achievements made by a determined member and former Assistant Sports Minister who came home with our first gold medal. And as a small island nation, we have indeed come far in achieving our highest sporting objective of winning gold in Olympic level. And may I say that I'm extremely proud of Commission's role in our gold medal win that our sevens team achieved in Rio 2016. All of this has been made possible through the Fiji First government and its many initiatives for youth and sports. Perhaps none more so than the establishment of the Fiji National Sports Commission to spearhead a coordinated approach along with our national sporting bodies. The conference this year with the theme, The Business of Sports, clearly shows that how sports has developed. The Fiji First governance principle is on ensuring that all our service delivery and approaches are on par with international benchmarks and standards. The theme impressed on NSOs to bring their respective organizations into the 21st century, where sports is business. And we know that decades ago, our regional neighbors, like Australia and New Zealand, adapted this approach to become world sporting powers. Fiji has to come on board with this business approach to ensure that we have the realistic program in order to achieve aims of regional and international success. Gone are the days of running NSOs from the back of the secretary's car. Gone are the days of sports for the sake of sports. The hard reality is that sports being run as a business is here to stay. Globally, sports are estimated as a 700 billion plus industry. Each year, the growth rate of sports as business outperforms global GDP growth within each regional area of this world. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to throw these figures as I know that many of the speakers and debates to follow on the business of sports, we'll have these global figures as context. And it will serve us well in Fiji to begin to see the business of sports seriously. I would also urge that our corporates and their executives play a larger and possibly lead role in this shift towards business in sports. In many other countries, their business skills and visions have served sports well. Once again, to use a regional example, Australia has forged ahead in the past decade with an influx of corporate heading or advising major sporting codes. This has been a game changer with major deals struck that has pushed up the bottom line for sports. The major takeaway from the Australian example is that business and the business people have thought a lot to sport to take their codes to the next level. This has included major strides in the management practice, sponsorship deals, infrastructure development, and ensuring continuity through expanded and growing grassroots program for children and youth. And the promotion and export of quality sports people across the globe, an area where Fiji has done remarkable well and continues to have the potential to do even better. In Fiji, the major impact on recent years from a business or economic point of view is that our sports people are making through remittance. One of the key areas of our commitment to ensuring Fiji has the best and accessible sports facilities, including our commitment to new indoor arenas in Lautoka, Nisinu, and in Suva, to the new 50 meters and 25 meters pool, and the international running track in Lautoka, as earlier on mentioned by Peter. He forgot to mention about bar, the capacity would be 8,000. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiji has been the hub of the Pacific for sports since our administrators initiated the idea of the first South Pacific Games in the late 1950s, and which we proudly hosted in 1963. The government and the Commission are currently working with various sports to establish their regional and Oceania training centers in the country. We are working and planning for the establishment of National Sports Academy, and land has been identified for this to proceed. I encourage all NSOs here today to please show their support for this project. We can only achieve them through working together and with everyone's input. Through NSO's hosting of international tournaments and events in Fiji, there is an economic return to our whole community. Government has seen these benefits and continues to support all sports in bringing international events to Fiji and also provide financial assistance. That is the business of sports, from bringing direct economic benefits to the country to showcasing our beautiful islands. That is why government has been supporting sports tourism and the large professional sports events such as Fiji Professional Golf Open and the annual sports rugby event. We are always branded, we are always told that we should divert that money to somewhere else. But they need to see the importance of that allocation for this particular sports. My good friend is there, smiles over, he knows the reason. But let's be real about it. Because they are in fact great example of the business of sports. I note that among your speakers and the panels. And it is good to see so many familiar faces that I know of. And we look forward to their contribution to this conference. I also note the inclusion of some business leaders, and I hope that you will take a lead role in taking Fiji to the next level in the business of sports. I do not wish to talk about boxing. I'll leave it to my PS. He'll be here all day. But I would like to record my disappointment, the manner in which we are running the boxing in this country. I wish you well and look forward to the outcome of this conference. Thank you, and Vinaka.
Thank you very much. 10 past 10.